Led by their indomitable king, Gen Greymane, the proud citizens of Gilneas once stood with the Alliance against the vile, orcish horde that sought to conquer all of Lordaeron. Gilneas survived, but in the chaotic years following the Second War, the mighty kingdom drew ever inward. Distrustful of their former allies, the Gilneans erected a mighty wall at the borders of their land, closing off their nation and their hearts from an ever-darkening world. Now, many years later, as the seemingly unstoppable undead scourge marches across Lordaeron, human civilization once again teeters on the brink of destruction. As war and terror close in all around them, the citizens of Gilneas are faced with one terrible truth. Their mighty wall cannot hold back the dead for much longer. And worse, rumors of a new threat have arisen within the kingdom's borders, of feral nightmare creatures that walk upright as men, but hunt and howl as wolves.
We protected Gilneas from the Scourge. We protected Gilneas during the Northgate Rebellion. We will protect Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be. Stand ready, guards! We don't know how many intruders we're dealing with, but the headlands are overrun and we're cut off from the harbor towns. Expect to be outnumbered. I want the perimeter secured and the gates manned by 2 guards at all times. No one gets in, no one gets out. We protected Gilneas from the Scourge. We protected Gilneas during the Northgate Rebellion. We will protect Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be. For Gilneas.
Lockdown. What are you still doing here, citizen?
Stand ready, guards!
Haven't you heard?
We don't know how
the city's under complete lockdown.
But the headlands are
Go see
overrun,
Lieutenant
and we're
Walden,
cut
he'll
off from
give
the
you
harbor
further
towns.
directions for evacuation.
Expect to be outnumbered.
Find Lieutenant Walden in the northwestern end of the Merchant Square. Deep claw marks run through the man's corpse. Something's amiss. The lieutenant appears to have died from severe wounds. The prince might want to hear this news. You hear the sound of fighting coming from the market. Return to Prince Liam Greymane in the Merchant Square.
For my people.
It's you again. Looks like you're not one to hide in the face of danger. Very well, then.
For Gilneas.
All hell breaks loose. Worgen. My father had warned me that Archmage Arugel's creations had run amok. But where are they coming from? I suppose it doesn't matter. Help us make quick work of them. We'll show them what we Gilneans are made of. Prince Liam Greymane wants you to slay 6 rampaging Worgen.
For my people.
Evacuate the Merchant Square. The civilians aren't safe here anymore. Not even inside their homes. We're doing our best to stop the Worgen from getting indoors, but their numbers are too great. Help us by evacuating the civilian homes. My father's army in the prison district will be able to better protect them. Evacuate 3 civilian homes.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
Salvage the supplies. Listen, Shinnell. We can't let our supplies get destroyed. With Gilneas walled off from the outside world, we won't last through winter if we lose much more of our stock. Please help me salvage what you can.
Watch your back.
Salvage 4 supply crates.
What's your story?
Excellent. I'll make sure these get taken to a safe place.
Keep your chin up, eh?
For Gilneas.
It's no use, Shinel. They're not letting up.
For my people.
Good job, Shinel. Thanks to you, many Gilneans will live to see another day. Royal orders. It's time for you to leave, Shinel. Go to the military district with the other civilians. Check in with Gwen Armstead when you cross the bridge to the southeast, see if everyone's okay. I will stay here with the guards and cover the civilians' retreat. Go now. That is an order. Speak to Gwen Armstead in the military district to the southeast.
What can I do for you?
We're all fine here. A little shaken, but alive. Seek the sister. Most of us made it here alive, but there are Worgen on this side of the city as well. We're going to continue heading south once everyone's accounted for. That reminds me, someone was asking about you. A member of the clergy, Sister Almira, said that you were in great peril and needed the light's protection. You should go talk to her. She seemed very concerned.
That's enough gabbing from me
today. Speak to Sister Almira in the military district.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
The light is with you, Shinel. It's still quite a relief to see you. Safety in numbers. I've taught you all that is practical for now. It is time we joined with the other survivors. The others mentioned that King Greymane and his royal guard are just south of here. The others are going to need the aid of the light in these troubling times.
Good day.
Speak to King Gen Greymane in the military district.
What news do you bring?
You've done well in coming here. If we Gilneans stick together, we might yet defeat this terrible enemy. Old divisions. Lord Darius Crowley has been called many things. Rebel. Traitor. Terrorist. Before the Civil War I called him, friend. I never blamed him for leading an insurrection against me. His land and people were separated from Gilneas by a stone wall, but we had no choice. Regardless, Crowley is exactly the type of person we need now. Enter Stonuid prison and ask Captain Broderick about Crowley's whereabouts. I'd send my own men, but there's still bad blood.
Gilneas will prevail.
Speak to Captain Broderick inside Stonuid prison in Gilneas City. While you're at it, fine by me if King Greymane wants you to risk your life to rescue a known traitor. Do me a favor and do something useful while you're out there and kill these cursed flea bags. Kill 5 Bloodfang Worgen.
Greymane will lead us to victory.
Greymane wants to save Crowley? Has he gone mad? The prison rooftop. I don't understand why the king wants to waste time saving his hide, but if you want to risk your life, then be my guest. Crowley and his men are holed up upstairs, probably plotting against the king as we speak.
Back.
Speak to Darius Crowley upstairs in the Stonuid prison in Gilneas City.
We do what we must.
Greymane is right. These beasts do not give a damn about our politics. Gilneas needs to stand together. By the skin of his teeth. One of those mangy flea bags got Dempsey real good. We cannot move him until we stabilize his bleeding. Give us a hand holding back these mongrels. A couple of minutes is all we need, brother. Hold back the Worgen atop the Gilneas City prison for 2 minutes.
We will prevail.
We did it, Shinel. Thanks to you a good man has survived. Brothers in arms. Listen, Shinel. For the first time since the Civil War I agree with Greymane. Now is the time to put aside our quarrel. It sure doesn't look like these beasts care much whether you're a rebel or a royal. Send word back to Greymane. My men will join his. There's a safe house not far from here, in Josiah's cellar. My lads stashed some heavy artillery there. Tell our king that my arsenals are now at his disposal. Speak to King Gen Greymane at the military district in Gilneas City. If I hadn't seen you kill a few of the mangy things with my own eyes, I'd think you did not complete the task I asked of you. It looks like we're hardly putting a dent in their numbers.
All I do for Gilneas.
Rebel arsenals. In my own city? What in the bloody hell was Crowley up to? The rebel lord's arsenal. The arsenal Crowley speaks of is in the cellar of a building just west of here. It is unnerving that artillery was smuggled inside the city by my enemies, yet it might end up saving Gilnean lives today. Find Josiah Avery and requisition the rebel artillery. We will
Stand
put the
strong,
weapons to
hero.
good use. Speak to Josiah Avery at the military district in Gilneas City.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
Don't look at me. Leave me alone.
We are bound by a common enemy.
What is it?
From the shadows. He turned into one of them, didn't he? How do we even begin to fight an enemy that can do this to us? My father's arsenal's certainly a good start, I suppose. Worgen are hiding in the alleys ahead. Take one of my mastiffs to find them more easily. We're going to need to clear the way ahead if we're going to move these cannons above ground.
This mastiff
Defeat
will
6
help you
Bloodfang
find the
lurkers.
hidden Worgen. Make it quick.
Excellent. I'll start rounding up some help to get these cannons positioned. Message to Greymane. It's time, Shinel. We'll take it from here. Tell King Greymane that my father's arsenal will be at his disposal. There's more than enough firepower here to blow the Worgen from here to the North Sea. Speak to King Gen Greymane in the military district.
Fire!
Hail, champion.
I knew Crowley would come through. His weapons will be more than useful to us. Save Krenan Aranas. All these years after the war and Crowley was still hiding enough firepower in that cellar to level half of the district. It might have to come to that, unfortunately. We can't open fire just yet, there is a civilian trapped on the other side of the prison. Not just any civilian, either. Krenan Aranas is one of the most brilliant alchemists this world has known. One of his potions saved my daughter, Tess, from dying soon after being born. Take my horse and rescue him. Krenan must live.
The alliance
Rescue Krenan
must
Aranas.
endure.
Help! Up here!
Thank you. I owe you my life.
What now?
Well done, Shinel. We'll make sure Krenan makes it out of the city alive.
We've got Aranas! Fire at will!
Time to regroup. We've done all we can here. Let King Greymane know we've bought some time. I've a feeling it won't be long till the Worgen are back in force. We'll need to fall back to Greymane Court to the west, if that's the case. It's the last place we can hold out without being trapped like fish in a barrel. Speak to King Gen Greymane at Greymane Court in Gilneas City.
For country, for family.
We're left with very few choices, Shinel. What we do next will be a critical decision.
We will have
Make it
justice
past
for the
the gates
fallen.
into Duskhaven, we'll be safe. The eastern mountains are virtually impassable.
We need to keep the Worgen's attention in the city again. It's the only shot we have for the survivors to make it to Duskhaven.
I'll stay behind with the Royal Guard, Father. It's my duty to Gilneas.
Not a chance, boy. Gilneas is going to need its king's undivided attention. Can't have your father wondering whether his child is alive or not. My men and I will hole up inside the Lightstone Cathedral. I've already given the order, and the cannons are on their way. Lead our people well again.
We were fools to take up arms against each other, Darius. The Worgen would have never stood a chance.
We do what we must.
Sacrifices. You don't have to do this, Shinel. You've done more than enough already. But if you decide to stay, I'd be a fool to turn you away. My men have fortified their position inside the cathedral and are ready for what comes next. I'm about to head there and take as many of these flea-ridden devils with me as I can. You're welcome to come along for the ride. Ride with Lord Darius Crowley and round up 30 Bloodfang stalkers.
Let's round up as many of them as we can. Every Worgen chasing us is one less Worgen chasing the survivors. You'll never catch us, you blasted mongrels!
What's your story?
Brace yourself, Shinel. Here they come. By blood and ash. The time has come, Shinel. If we're going to put a dent in their numbers, the time is now. We have the position. We have the firepower. All that remains to be seen is whether we have the courage, and I sure don't see a coward standing in front of me.
Good day. Oi!
You've done well, Shinel. You've done more than could be asked of any Gilnean. We're running low on ammunition. It's time to regroup inside now. Never surrender, sometimes retreat. We had enough ammunition to carry on the civil war for another month. Yet the Worgen's numbers are such that we're nearly spent. We don't want to be caught out here in the open when that happens. Fall back inside the cathedral and report to the boss. I'm sure old Crowley will know what to do next.
Watch your back.
We will prevail.
We've given them everything we have, yet still they come. Do not worry, Shinel. We'll slay many more before today is over. Last stand. We've got a good choke point here, Shinel. Feel free to say a prayer if that's your sort of thing. Take courage and let's kill these muds.
We do what we must.
They've stopped coming. No, Shinel. That's not a good thing.
Look at what you've become. Those cursed beasts. They've left you nothing more than just another wretched mongrel. Do you even remember what you did to your friends? Your kind, haunting the wilds unchecked, until we found you. They've kept you alive because they still believe you can be saved. To which I must ask, is there even a shred of humanity left within you? Perhaps we will find out soon enough.
We owe much to the Alliance.
I need you to pull through, Shinel. This dosage is strong enough to kill a horse. But I know you. I know what you're made of. You will be fine. Trust me. I know what you're going through. Now drink up and close your eyes.
What now?
Among humans again. So Krennan's potion did not kill you. Well, I suppose that means the human inside of you is in control then. I guess I won't be shooting you after all. At least not yet. Go speak to Krenan Aranas and give him the good news. He's in charge of the house where we keep your kind. Just remember, Shinel. I've got my eye on you. You so much as try anything funny and you'll get a bullet between the eyes.
We live another day.
It worked. By the light, it worked. In need of ingredients. Ah, yes. The effects of the curse cannot ever be fully cured as far as we know. With treatment, however, your mind will remain yours, and not that of a wild animal. We are fortunate that the treatment worked on you. Normally, I can only treat recent infections. We'll need to continue your medication if we're to have you reverse the curse. I will need mandrake essence to brew another batch of my serum for you. You will find a crate stashed beneath a shed southwest of town.
What can I do for you? We are bound by a common enemy. Watch your back.
The crate has been smashed and the vials inside of it appear to have been broken. Invasion. A long knife with a skull ornament on its hilt sticks out of the militiaman's ribs. As you look around for clues, you spot a pair of savage-looking warships at the shore. Gilneas is being invaded. Bring word back to Duskhaven's mayor, Gwen Armstead. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Duskhaven.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
Forsaken. Quick, Shinel. We must mount a defense. Kill or be killed. The reefs have always protected us from a coastal attack. The earthquakes must have opened a passage for the Forsaken ships. Quick, Shinel. Slow down the attackers while I get the rest of the militia ready. I think I can hear the prince and some of our men engaging the Forsaken even as we speak. Speak to Liam and see how you can be of use. Oh, and make sure he doesn't get himself killed. I'm afraid he might be a little reckless in his current state.
Farewell.
For Gilneas.
Shinel. You are alive. I thought I was having dreams about the old days when I heard your voice.
For my people. For Gilneas.
I failed to defend my people in Gilneas City. It seems the fates have given me a second chance, Shinel. I will not fail again. Hold the line. Shinel. I'm still not sure if you're alive or dead, human or Worgen. I'm not even sure if I'm really awake. But this I am sure of. We're going to kill a great many of these motherless Forsaken. Kill 10 Forsaken invaders. You can't take them alone. Look here, Shinnel. The big fat ones abominations, they're called, they don't go down easy, so don't tackle them on your own. But I have an idea so crazy it might just work. Or it might get you killed, if we're not careful, I suppose. There's barrels of gunpowder beneath the sheds and by the windmills. Grab them and toss them right on the abominations' heads. I'll take care of the rest with this trusty old blunderbuss. Use the black gunpowder kicks to blow up 4 horrid abominations.
This not be good. Uh-oh. Get back here!
For my people.
Yes, Shinnel. Just like old times. I'm going to have to work hard at not shooting you, but Krenin explained everything to us.
For Gilneas.
You and me, Shinnel. We make a great team. It's good to have you back. Holding steady. We can take it from here, Shinnel. Check in with Mayor Armstead. These are only a small part of the Forsaken's forces. If we don't move quickly, we're going to have bigger problems on our hands. See what you can do to engage the Forsaken army at their landing location. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Duskhaven.
Get gabbing or get going.
Great news, Shinnel. I've sent the remaining militia to the shore to meet the Forsaken force head-on. The Allen Storm Cellar. Lord Godfrey is leading the attack near the Forsaken's landing area. See what you can do to help us keep the Forsaken back. I've been told Godfrey has commandeered the Storm Cellar in the Allen farmstead, far to the west. Seek him there. Speak to Lord Godfrey inside the Storm Cellar of the Allen farmstead in Gilneas.
speak.
The Forsaken are here in full strength, Shinel. We barely have enough men to hold them back.
What now?
No hard feelings, Shinel. You might be a feral killing machine, but it looks like you're with us for now. Unleash the beast. I'm not going to lie, Shinel. I don't like the idea of having Worgen among our ranks. Who knows how long till Krennan's concoction wears off and you're trying to chomp one of our heads off. Until that time, however, we can make ample use of your ferocity. I want you to go out in the battlefield and kill as many of those Forsaken as you can, in as brutal a way as you can. We're going to put the fear of the Worgen in them, Shinel. 2 by C. The Forsaken catapults are kicking the snot out of us, Shinel. And even if we do take care of them, they've 2 ships with rows of cannons at the ready. I've a plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're the stone in this plan. Take out the machinists manning the catapults. After this, use the catapults to launch yourself aboard the Forsaken ships. If your aim isn't terrible, you should be able to land safely. Once on board, go below decks and take care of each ship's captain. Good luck, priest.
I got a bad feeling.
Save the children. The military will not allow me outside the cellar, but my children are still in my farm. Please, you must go find them. The Forsaken have no regard for innocent life. My kids are in great danger. Their names are Cynthia, Ashley, and James. If you find them, bring them back here. I'll be forever
Long
in
live
your
Greymane.
debt. Rescue Cynthia, Ashley, and James in
Your
the Hammond
coin will go a
farmstead.
long way here. Cheers, mate.
Get gabbing or get going.
My children are safe. You've done a wonderful thing, Shinnell. I don't know how to thank you.
Good day.
Speak.
Not bad, Shinnell. It's a good thing you're on our side.
What now?
Well done, Shinnell. You might be a bloody beast, but you're our beast. Leader of the pack. Excellent work so far, Shinnell. Our scouts have identified the leader of the Forsaken Ground Assault. One of Sylvana's hand-picked Dark Rangers is overseeing the battlefront from the Walden house near the shore. Take this whistle and use it when you're close to her. I'll have my men let loose our attack mastiffs to take her down. Be careful, Shinnell. You don't want to engage her alone. Use the mastiff whistle to help you slay Dark Ranger Thiela.
What now?
You did it, Shinnell. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Speak.
As the land shatters. What in the world was that, Shinnell? Those were not cannons or catapults, that is for sure. Go outside and see what is going on. Speak to Prince Liam Greymane at the Allen farmstead.
For my people.
The ocean, Shinnell. It swallowed everything, the land, the Forsaken, our men. Gasping for breath. Shinnell. I was on my way when it happened. No time to waste. A good half of the town watch was in the area that collapsed. Get in there and save as many as you can. Make sure to get them out of the water and onto shore. I'll make sure they get any aid they need. Rescue 4 drowning watchmen.
For Gilneas.
You did what you could, Shinel. With any luck a few others will find their way to shore. Evacuation. We've escaped death through dumb luck, Shinel. But luck is running out. The coast is becoming flooded even as we speak. And from the look of it, the land mass beneath us hasn't quite settled yet. I hate to say this, but we have to leave. Curses, Shinel. I cannot lose my homeland twice in one lifetime. Yet these earthquakes are not an enemy we can defeat. Tell Gwen Armstead to start the evacuation. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Duskhaven.
What's your story?
Liam is right. We must get everyone to higher ground. You must help me spread the word while I manage the logistics of the evacuation.
Long live Greymane.
Grandma Wall. It's not going to be easy to get Grandma Wall to come with us. You must do whatever you can to convince her, though. You'll find her at the Wall Cottage. Please, Shinel. Do not lose your patience with her. Her mind is old and she's not entirely lucid. Find Grandma Wall at the Wall Cottage. The Hayward Brothers. The Hayward fishery can be found far to the south. The Hayward brothers have been running it for years. They don't make it to town very often, except to trade their fish. Send word to them that the evacuation is underway. Speak to Sebastian Hayward at the Hayward fishery. The Crowley Orchard. Of course you remember Lord Darius Crowley's daughter, Lorna. She never quite recovered after losing her father in Gilneas City. She's basically led the life of a hermit. The only visitor she's allowed into her house has been Krenan, and he won't say a word about the whole thing. Send word to her about the evacuation.
That's enough gabbing for me
Lorna
today.
Crowley at the Crowley Orchard.
What is it?
Stay back. Don't make me. Is it you? By the light. It's you, Shinel. The Hungry Eden. Listen, Shinel. We're not going to make it very far without transportation, are we? If we just hightail it out of here, the Forsaken will catch up to us in no time at all. Rounding up some horses from the stable ground southeast of here would normally be a breeze, but there's one snag. That last quake must have spooked Korath, the Eden, down from the mountains. If we don't get our horses soon, I fear that he will. Bring 5 mountain horses to Lorna Crowley at the Crowley Orchard.
Make it quick.
We've got the horses, I'll make sure Duskhaven gets them.
Good day to you.
You here to give us a hand?
See you later.
My brothers and I can reach northern Gilneas by boat in a matter of days. As soon as we finish the repairs, that is. Not quite shipshape. Evacuation, you say? Well, we had that very same idea all on our own after these Forsakens started showing up. We were thinking the water would be the safest way out of here. Unfortunately, our boats didn't come out from that last earthquake unscathed. I need some additional supplies to finish my repairs, wood, tar, and my tools. Get them for me so that my brothers and I can make it out of here. Washed up. Those Forsaken ships sank way too close to our fishery. All the survivors are making their way here and, as you can see, we're a bit outnumbered. Help us hold them back while I finish making repairs to the boats.
Have a good one. What can I do for you?
Do you have my supplies, Shinel? This is great, Shinel. I should be able to finish the repairs in no time.
See you around.
Excellent. I'm almost done here.
See you later.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
A visitor. Are you staying for tea, sweetheart? Grandma's lost it all right. Leave. Now. Well, if I must, then I must. But will you be a sweetheart and find something for me? I've lost my favorite book and won't leave without it. After you explain the gravity of the situation, Grandma Wall shakes her head condescendingly. Dear, just find the book, will you?
Farewell.
Find the linen-wrapped book.
I got a bad feeling.
Why thank you, Shinel. I hope you didn't peek. Where are your manners, dear? I can't wear this. What was it you wanted again? Oh, right. The evacuation orders. Well, I can't be expected to go out in public like this, can I? Go get me my good clothes. They're on the clothesline right outside. You struggle in vain to convince Grandma Wall that what she's wearing will do. You young people truly have no manners. Were you raised by ogres? Now go get my clothes, sweetie.
Watch your back.
Get Grandma's good clothes.
What can I do for you?
You're a peach, Shinel. Thanks. Grandma's cat. Right? About the evacuation, dear. I just cannot leave without my cat. He's an adorable orange tabby. Chance's favorite spot to play is a broken down cart near an arbor northeast of here. Bring him
Keep your
here and
chin
we'll
up,
be
eh?
on our way. Retrieve Chance the cat.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
You're such a charming young man, Shinel. There he is. Grandma's special boy. Thank you so much for finding him. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. My, what manner of dirt found its way underneath my fingernails? Ready to go. I suppose now is as good a time to leave as any. I have my best outfit, my favorite book and my loving cat. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Tell that mayor of yours that I'll be on my way. I suppose I'll see you in town with the others.
Watch your back.
Speak to Gwen Armstead in Duskhaven.
What can I do for you?
You did the impossible, Shinel. You convinced Grandma Wall to leave her home. You are something else, let me tell you. To Greymane Manor. It's time for everyone to head to safety. That includes you, Shinel. Head to Greymane Manor, the others will be there shortly. Don't worry about me, I'll make sure that everyone makes it out of here in one piece. Yes, even the few ferals we have in the pens. Once you get there, speak to Queen Greymane about the gravity of the situation.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
Can I be of service?
Shinel. I've heard much about you. I understand you were crucial in my family's survival during the outbreak in Gilneas City. The King's Observatory. You ought to speak to Jen. He's been locked up in his observatory ever since this ordeal started. I'm sure he's working on a plan for his people. He's a very stubborn individual.
Thank you for your service.
Our curse is also our greatest gift.
There you are, Shinel. I've been expecting you. I got word of your recovery and, wait, do you feel that? Look, Shinel. Look at what's become of Duskhaven. Look at what's become of the last safe place in Gilneas.
You have my attention.
Exodus. We have no choice, Shinel. We must move further inland. I don't like it one bit, but we're vulnerable here. Return to the stables below the manor. Let's get everybody on carriages and send them eastbound.
Never
I
let
pray
your
it's
guard
not too
down.
late. Board a carriage below Greymane Manor.
For my people.
Thanks for stopping, Shinel. Our carriage got hit pretty bad. The one in front of us got it worse. Stranded at the marsh. The ogres got 2 of our stagecoaches, this one and one that fell into the marsh just north of here. I want you to head there and rescue any survivors while we hatch up a plan to deal with these ogres. Rescue 5 crash survivors at the Halewood Marsh.
We've been walled up for far too long.
For Gilneas.
You've done it again, Shinel. You have my thanks. Introductions are in order. The Forsaken are right on our heels and now these ogres are trying to flank us, Shinel. They're servants of the Eden Koroth, the meanest, most destructive force in all of Gilneas. If we can bait Koroth into charging the Forsaken's forward force, we should be able to cover our retreat and buy some time. The only way this can work is if we make Koroth furious. It won't be enough to just kill his minions. We need to swipe his most prized possession, a tiger-skinned banner. Kill 4 ogre minions and obtain Koroth's banner in Koroth's den.
For my people.
You definitely got the Eden angry, Shinnel. I heard him myself. Let's hope this works.
Just in time, friend. Here come the Forsaken. You will come no further, Forsaken scum. By the war banner of our ancient Greymane clan, I expel you from our ancestral land. For Gilneas.
Stormglen. Our carriage drivers were told to regroup in the fishing town of Stormglen. Our scouts report there might be shelter and supplies to be found there. Meet Gwen Armstead there, she'll be in charge of taking care of our people. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Stormglen.
What's your story?
It's good to see you made it, Shinnel. It looks like most everybody did. We're not doing too bad so far for an emergency evacuation. Pest control. Well, what do you know, Shinnel? All this time and Stormglen's been left mostly intact. It's too bad the Forsaken are still working their way inland, but it'll make a fine place to rest our feet for a night or two. The other half of town is overrun with spiders, so I've asked the villagers to stay away from there. Perhaps you'd like to lend a hand in clearing the spiders out? I'm certain our injured men and women will sleep more soundly if they know someone's keeping those eight-legged beasts at bay.
Long live Greymane.
What is it?
Pieces of the past. I found a journal by a man named Bradshaw. Unfortunately, it's missing many pages. Especially towards the end. If you find enough of the pages, I might be able to piece together what happened here after the curse broke out. Who knows, maybe the people in this town found a way out. Maybe there are still survivors out there. Maybe my father is still alive. Obtain 6 old journal pages.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
You've done well, Shinnell. The spiders are everywhere, however, and I'm afraid we barely put a dent in their numbers. Queen-sized troubles. The spiders keep coming in alarming numbers, Shinnell. You're going to have to go into their lair and kill the brood mother. We've spotted the giant spider known as Rigna at the edge of the Black Walled in an area covered in thick webs. It'll be dangerous, but we're all counting on you.
Keep your chin up, eh?
Make it quick.
Thank you, Shinnell. It will take some time, but I'll try to make sense of what we have.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
Great job, Shinnell. We've heard rumors of survivors further in the mountains. Now we'll be able to send scouts there.
Good day.
What is it?
The Black Walled. It took a while, but I think I put together what happened here. At least partially. There were survivors of the curse in this town. They joined others in the mountains, in Tempest's Reach. Everyone left, except the man who kept the journal, Old Man Bradshaw. He noticed that the Worgen attacks had stopped all of a sudden and decided to venture into the Black Walled. There is an abandoned mill just northeast of town. It was where Bradshaw lived. See if you can find any clues there. Investigate the Bradshaw mill just outside Storm Glen village. I've been expecting you, Shinnell. Do not be alarmed. My name is Belisra. I am a priestess of the moon, a night elf. You might not know my people, but the destinies of our two races have been linked since the curse befell you. Losing your tail. You must have many questions, Shinnell. And they will be answered in time. I know why you're here and what you're looking for. I can't lead you there with the enemy tracking you. One of Sylvanaz's scouts has been following your tracks. You can't lead the Forsaken to the place you seek. Take this talisman and walk along the road just north of here. Let the ranger lure you to her trap and use the power of the talisman to break free and counterattack. Use Belisra's talisman to defeat the Dark Scout. Well done, Shinnell. The scout never had a chance. Tal'Doran, the wild home. There are others like you, Shinnell. And they too, were lost and confused. There is a place where you belong. Tal'Doran, the Wild Home, was once home to an order of druids who took the shape of wolves. It is there that you will find the answers you seek. It is also there that you will find someone who can offer guidance. An old friend. Speak to Darius Crowley at Tal'Doran, in the heart of the Black Wald.
We will prevail.
You're all right, Shinnell. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. It truly is great to see you, friend. I've heard of what you've done and I'm thankful, especially for Lorna. She's all I've left. I will send for her right away. At our doorstep. The Night Elves have taught us much during this time, Shinnell. They've taught us who we are and where we come from. Thanks to them, thanks to this place, we're no longer mere beasts. We have regained free will. The Forsaken aren't here for our land alone. They're looking for something we possess. An artifact capable of uncontrollably spreading the curse to all humanity. We cannot let them find it. Sylvanaz's banshees have come very close. Help my trackers take them out. Kill 6 howling banshees.
Ishnu Allah.
Preparations. What you know as the curse began as a heresy among our brethren. Faced with a losing battle against demonic forces, the druids of the pack eschewed the balance they were sworn to and allowed the beast to overtake them. They were banished to the Emerald Dream, where they live in eternal slumber under a tree identical to this one, but not before their curse spread to others. Today our ceremony will restore balance to your people. Bring me the leaf that grows only in Tal'Doran's vicinity. Bring 6 moon leaves to Vasandra.
We do what we must.
You are as good as I remember, Shinnell. It is good to have you back. Take back what's ours. Ever since the Forsaken invaded Gilneas, we've tried to keep the location of the side of Ilin secret. We moved it at night to one of many safe locations. The Dark Rangers got close, but never found it, until now. They were last spotted at the Woods End cabin, west of here. Blow this horn when you find them and Tobias and his trackers will engage the Dark Rangers. Only then will it be safe for you to venture inside the cabin and take back the side. Hurry, Shinnel. It must not reach Sylvanaz.
How may I help you?
These simple leaves grow by Elin's grace. They will help your mind understand the need for balance and your soul will permanently earn mastery over the beast.
Nature will provide.
We will prevail.
I knew we could count on you. You've done well, Shinnel. Neither human nor beast. It is time, Shinnel. This alchemy that has kept the beast inside you at bay will not last for long. The first cursed Worgen were night elf druids like our new allies. They, however, abandoned the balance that the rest of their kind embraced and allowed the beast to take over their minds. It is only fitting that their brethren be the ones that deliver us from the curse. Go, priest. Drink from the waters of Tal'Doran and make peace with yourself. Drink from the well of tranquility, the well of balance and the well of fury.
We do what we must.
Return to Stormglen. It'll be a long time before our nation comes together again. The old political division.
Crowley! You and your elven allies are hereby ordered to serve along the King's army. Cursed or not, you are still bound by Gilnean law.
Does this toad speak for you again? You come to our dwelling as a friend, or do you come as a tyrant?
No, old friend. I've come to you as an equal.
Impossible!
Again. It is not law that binds us. It is something far stronger. My men are ready to give their lives under your command.
It is decided then. We will unite all Gilneans and drive the Forsaken from our lands.
We will prevail.
Return to Stormglen. It'll be a long time before our nation comes together again. The old political divisions pale in comparison to what divides us now. Yet if there was ever a time for us to come together and unite against a common enemy, it is now. And it is you, Shinel, who have proven able to bridge the gap between our people. Return to Stormglen and tell them it is safe to go through the Black Walled on their way to Tempest's Reach. We will take care of any Forsaken who follow them. Speak to Gwen Armstead in Stormglen.
I got a bad feeling.
King Greymane gave me a brief rundown of the plan before he set off for the Black Walled. Doesn't make it sound any less crazy. Onwards and upwards. I will do as Darius asked and have our people move through the Black Walled. You ought to catch up with King Greymane. He and Krenan went into Tempest's Reach after Lord Godfrey confirmed survivors had made their dwelling there. Follow the road out of Stormglen into the mountains.
Farewell.
I asked Krenan to wait for you at the bridge before Tempest's Reach. Find Krenan Aranas on the road to Tempest's Reach.
Well met.
Shinel. Jen, they've taken Jen, they've taken our king. Betrayal at Tempest's Reach. King Greymane has been taken prisoner by Lord Godfrey in Tempest's Reach. He managed to convince two of the Eastern Lords to go with his plan. The fool seems to think he can strike a deal with the Forsaken by turning Greymane over to them. Listen carefully, Shinel. We need to resolve this with as little bloodshed as possible. This potion will allow you to sneak in undetected. We need you to assassinate the traitorous lords before this gets out of hand. Drink Krenan's potion of stealth in Tempest's Reach and assassinate Baron Ashbury and Lord Walden.
Hail, champion.
I wish it could have been avoided, Shinel. Let us ensure this is resolved without further bloodshed. Flank the Forsaken. I thank you,
No.
Shinel.
I'd sooner die
can't
than have
rest-
one of your kind for a king!
Flank the Forsaken. I thank you, Shinel. We can't rest on our laurels, however. We found out about a mining town, currently under Forsaken occupation. We sent some of my men, along with Crowley's daughter, to the nearby livery stables to begin operations there. Liam should be joining them shortly. I'll stay here and organize the final push for Gilneas City. Speak to Lord Hewell to secure a horse to get you there.
My people
Speak to
have
Lord Hewell
endured
to obtain a
much.
ride to the livery outpost and report to Lorna Crowley.
Make it quick.
I am glad to have you here, Shinel. We're surrounded by Forsaken on all sides and can use all the help we can get. Liberation Day. We recently found out that the villagers at Emberstone survived most of the ravages of the curse. Unfortunately, their village wasn't as fortunate when it came to the Forsaken invasion. The Forsaken have taken the villagers prisoner and are forcing them to work the nearby mine as slaves. Free 5 enslaved villagers inside the Emberstone mine.
Get gabbing or get going.
Last meal. I'm not dumb, Shinel. I know what's ahead of us. Our people are going to go through those gates and fight against an enemy that is better trained, has more numbers and better weapons than us. Even if we succeed, it'll be at a great cost. For most of us, today's meal will be the last. I cannot fight, but I sure can cook. Bring me meat from the stags that roam this area and I will ensure that the last meal these folks get will be their best.
Good day.
I got a bad feeling.
Slaves to no one. I was one of the few that escaped, Shinel. When the Forsaken took over our town and our mine, they treated us with utmost cruelty. Those of us who were weak and could not endure hard labor were worked to death by the abomination known as Brothig. My wife was among his victims, priest,
enough
and I
gabbing for me
swore
today.
that one day her death would be avenged.
Ain't
I am too
you a
frail now,
chipper-looking one?
but you can deliver justice, for my wife,
Keep your
for
chin up, eh?
Gilneas. Slay Brothig the slave driver inside Emberstone mine.
I got a bad feeling.
What can I do for you?
I thank you, Shinel. Our people will no longer suffer under that monstrosity's yoke.
Let the light of the new moon guide you.
Get gabbing or get going.
I thank you, Shinel. Our men and women will have a last good meal before they set off for battle.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
What is it?
You've done it again, Shinel. The freed villagers are eager to help us against the Forsaken in any way they can. Push them out. The people are free, but the town is still occupied by the Forsaken. They're cut off from their main force, so if we're to drive them out, now's our chance. Their leader, Executor Cornell, is known for his unbound ruthlessness. Also among them is Valnov the Mad, a so-called scientist who carries out inhuman experiments on villagers too old to work the mines. Take care of them all. Slay 4 Forsaken infantry, Executor Cornell, and Valnov the Mad in Emberstone village.
Make it quick.
We have the people of Emberstone on our side now thanks to you. The battle for Gilneas City. The time has come, Shinel. We've rallied and armed every available Gilnean. It is time to meet the enemy head-on. Time to settle the score with Sylvanaz and her Forsaken dogs once and for all. Liam is heading the assault from this gate. King Greymane and my father are leading the assault on the other districts. You have a crucial role to play in this as well. Take this rapier. Use it to inspire our men and women in combat. Speak to Krenan Aranas to take part in the battle for Gilneas City. Achieve victory in the battle for Gilneas City.
How wrong they are! We will fight them in the fields until the last trench collapses and the last cannon is silenced! We will fight them on the streets until the last shot is fired! And when there is no more ammunition, We'll crush their skulls with the stones that pave our city. We will fight them in the alleys until our knuckles are skinned and bloody and our rapiers lay on the ground shattered. And if we find ourselves surrounded and disarmed, wounded and without hope, we will lift our heads in defiance and spit in their faces. But we will never surrender! For Gilneas!
The villagers were thankful to have Emberstone back. They brought us a little something to help against the Forsaken.
So strong! Use the catapults to bring him down! Join your father's forces, Liam. They'll need our
Father! Liam! No!
What is it?
We've driven the Forsaken back. We hold 3 out of the 4 districts. But at what cost? The hunt for Sylvanas. It's true then? Gilneas has lost her favorite son. We will mourn when this is all over, but not a day sooner. We will not allow ourselves the luxury of grief while the enemy still breathes Gilnean air. My father's men are ready to strike while we still have the Banshee Queen's trail. Just say the word if you're ready. Liam deserves swift vengeance. Follow Tobias Mismental in the hunt for Sylvanas. If you lose Tobias, return to Lorna Crowley and speak with her to call again for his aid.
What's your story? It appears you're losing control of Gilneas, Sylvanas. Garrosh fears he's going to have to carry out this invasion himself.
You can assure Garrosh that this is a minor setback. Our victory in Gilneas will be absolute.
You sound very confident, Your Majesty. I seriously hope you do not plan to use the plague. Garrosh has explicitly forbidden it.
You do well to watch your tone, General. Neither you nor Garrosh have anything to worry about. We've ceased all production of the plague, as he ordered. We'd never deploy it without his permission.
I will deliver my report to our leader, then. By your leave,
with honor,
my
General.
lady.
My lady, should I order my men to stop the deployment of the plague? Or are we to continue as planned?
What kind of question is that? Of course we're deploying the plague, as planned. Let the Gilneans enjoy their small victory. Not even their bones will remain by tomorrow.
As you wish.
Make it quick.
The plague. Something so heinous that not even the orcs condone its use. I'd say this warrants notifying King Greymane. Vengeance or survival. Tell Greymane that we have trackers on Sylvanas and tell him about the plague. The decision will be his. Launch an all-out attack against the leader of the Forsaken or try to evacuate our survivors. Speak to King Gen Greymane at Greymane Court in Gilneas City.
All I do for Gilneas.
You present me with the most difficult choice of my life, Shinel. Slowing the inevitable. As much as I want to exact swift and brutal revenge, I must honor my son's memory first. He cared for his people first and foremost. The Undertaker's Pass goes underground below Northgate River. You must prevent the plague from being deployed while we evacuate our men, women, and children to Adaric's repose. We captured one of the Forsaken's dreaded bombing bats. I want you to fly the infernal beast as best you can and unleash hell upon those who seek to bring the plague to our people. Hurry. Use the captured riding bat to destroy 6 Forsaken catapults and 40 invading Forsaken.
Our curse is also our greatest gift.
You've done well, Shinel. Almost everybody managed to make it through. Knee-deep. It's time to pack it in, Shinel. Most of our people have made it through. It's your turn now. Take this torch, you're going to need it. The tunnel is full of nasty, knee-biting critters of the worst kind. Use it to keep them at bay. Speak to Krenin on the other side. Use the half-burnt torch to get to the
Gilneas
other
will
side of the
prevail.
tunnel beneath Gilneas City.
We live another day.
You're here, Shinel. Most everyone made it through, but now we're stuck here, surrounded by our own, dead. Laid to rest. In our hurried escape for safety, we disturbed the resting homes of our ancestors, Shinel. A grave sin, if you'll pardon the pun. It is tradition that a small memento be buried on top of a Gilnean's graveyard, beneath the shallow earth. The stampede of people fleeing these tunnels has unearthed these mementos and angered the spirits. Find them and bring them to me. We'll see to it that the dead return to their eternal slumber. Obtain 5 unearthed mementos.
Well met.
You're back, Shinel. Thank you, Shinel. Let us hope this works. Patriarch's blessing. You've done it, Shinel. Even in these times we must honor our dead. Take these offerings and place them at Adaric's tomb. Let's hope that's enough to placate the ghosts of our ancestors. Place the blessed offerings at Adaric's tomb.
We live
the light bless the spirits of our ancestors, for they've chosen to allow my son to rest upon this holy ground. It is here, surrounded by the heroes, the patriots of Gilneas, where he belongs.
You were a true man of the people, Liam. Unlike any royal I've ever met. We'll make them pay for this.
Gilneas will remember your courage forever, Liam.
We'll return, Liam. I swear it to you.
Well met.
It's done, Shinel. The dead return to their slumber. Kiel Harbor. We might have lost our city, but at least it looks like the dead have forgiven us. Meet with the rest of the survivors in Kiel Harbor. I'm sure there's plenty to do before we're in the clear. Jen hasn't arrived yet, so I suppose Lord Crowley will be in charge there. Speak to Lord Darius Crowley at Kiel Harbor in Gilneas.
We do what we must.
They have allies, but so do we. The Night Elves made good on their promise. They've brought ships and are ready to offer us sanctuary in their lands. Unfortunately, the Forsaken's allies have arrived as well. The Orcs are advancing upon us while the Horde gunship prevents the transport ships from taking our people to safety. The Druids are holding the enemy back, but won't last long. Fortunately, the Elven ships were carrying siege weapons. Take one of the glaive throwers and meet the enemy head-on.
prevailed.
It's almost over, Shinnell. Only one obstacle remains between us and survival.
What is it?
Endgame. We need to get rid of that flying gunship if our people have any chance of escaping. Here's the plan. Kiel Harbor had its share of rebel sympathizers in the old days. I've managed to round up a hefty amount of incendiary explosives from one of our storehouses. We're going to hit the enemy with a force small enough to fly undetected. The Night Elf hippogriffs should do the trick. Tobias will give you the signal when we're ready to go. Jump on a hippogriff when Tobias signals you and destroy the Horde gunship.
Secure the rafters! The rest of you, follow me downstairs. We've got the explosives in the furnace room. Just hold them off now. That's one big orc. It's about to blow! Jump on the wyverns!
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
Make it quick.
We did it, Shinnell. We've started the evacuation. If we leave soon, we'll leave the Forsaken fleet in the dust.
Greetings.
Are you ready to set sail, Shinnell? Your people have been granted shelter in the lands of the Kaldore. Do not worry, Worgen. Your people will get a chance to fight for Gilneas again. This time, with the full strength of the Alliance.
Del Nadre.